What is up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and I'm recapping a beautiful but complex looking show. And this thing is David Makes Man, season 1, episode 1, the series premiere. Shout out to my YouTube fam. You know, part of my YouTube fam, go ahead and subscribe. You like what you see, you like what you hear, and the- also hit the notification bell to see all notifications. And don't forget to like this video, give a thumbs up. I don't know if anybody else. I think there's one other person that's also reviewing this show. Is it in besides AfterBuzz, which they review every show. But do this rant because this show is beautifully complex. That's the best way I could describe it. And if y'all seen the creator slash co-writer of the movie Moonlight, that and one big, he is behind this debut of this show. Now, honestly, y'all, if I would have caught, I would have did this. I would have did this Queen Sugar as well. I read the book, but I gotta catch up whole darn 4 seasons. So I wanted to go ahead and let me try something different because it's a complex. I mean, it's like I said, it's a complex, beautiful story, it's a drama, and it represents coming at least from the angle one of the main characters is David, which he seems to be in junior high, but it's last year junior high, maybe around. I think they said in the premise he's like 14 something years old, and he's still dealing with like seeing an old friend or something like that, somebody from his past that comes to be there. So, not to be diagnosing anybody, but he obviously has post traumatic stress disorder because whatever traumatization or behind, I don't know if he was there, I don't know if he witnesses, because there's so much going on. A lot of it I won't be able to say even if I wrote it down because it's kind of like the film. Like I said, if you see Moonlight stuff like that, some of the stuff you see in the dream sequence and it's beautiful cinematography and everything, and just these pictures and everything, and kind of trying to see it in imaginary form. How it ends is how it begins. You see that it's like somebody's whispering in the ear, which is Sky, which I'll bring up in a second. Now, to make a long story short, or so excuse me, y'all, it is 1:58 a.m. in the morning, and I just got finished watching this. So bear with me, y'all. Um, we have it where we're seeing from David's angle. It's like he's a talented young kid, but it's like there's something wrong or something is troubling him, but he just deals with it and kind of, you know, puts himself in a shell, even though he still has to be around people. It's like he's there, but personally, I don't know if this is the correct term to say that you can still be around people and isolate yourself, to a certain extent. In most cases, he seems to like isolate himself. As far as right now, we don't see him like where he's on his phone or watching TV or anything like that. But we see he wakes up. Um, he has a younger little brother. We find out it's Nam. I think, yeah, we're just gonna say young little brother because, like I said, I didn't write any notes. I'm being hard headed. I think his brother is like little Jay or something like that. But we're just gonna call him David's little brother till I get that straight out next week. Um, little Dave, David's little brother has wetted the bed. We see his pants is wet with him, so I guess he's still bedwetting. So every morning, um, David gotta go his brother gotta get prepared to get ready for school because they go to separate schools. He gotta go wash his clothes in the laundromat. I mean, wash the sheets, whatever. Their mamas will sleep between shifts, and then he gotta go and wash his sheets, get prepared, walk his brother to the school, change take his shirt, twist his shirts, whatever, to get ready to go to his school. Okay, so he has a big step where he makes sure his little bro gets to school. And when he's older, but he always, I guess, most of the time missed the school bus because since he gotta be responsible, in quotations, to take care of his brother to that extent. Okay, that's doing stuff that parents of legal guardians supposed to be doing. Okay, maybe auntie and uncle too. You know what I mean? But if they, older auntie or uncle, shoot, I was born an auntie. Okay, yeah, I'm one of those people. Would you know what I mean? So, but we see when he's on his way to school, on the way to school, it's kind of like they live in the projects, and it's right where you got a concrete line where it's right next crossing the suburbs. He misses the bus, so he's on his way. He got to take, the metro bus, whatever, the bus to get to a school, right? And he goes pay the money first. He was a little smart. The man was like, "You got to pay the full price." Whatever. He was like, "I'm going to school." He was like, "Are you sure?" The bus driver was. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going." And he's like, "Well, aren't you gonna be late? Go to school?" And David like, "Yeah, if you stand here, you ain't driving. We ain't going nowhere." And he like, "Oh." So we see a man with glass shades on, whatever. I forgot what that actor's name. I know I've seen him before. That boy's familiar because he had, some full beer on and just shades the whole time. But he's talking to him. But first you think like Sky, he's asking questions about school, did you do your product, stuff like that, whatever. And you would tell that bus driver, F you. I'm going to try to reduce my cursing as much as I can, One day I want to be monetized again on YouTube, since they changed their little program. So, but there's a lot of cussing that's been in from the kids. There's some cussing from the kids too. Just to let y'all know that. And he's talking to him, whatever. And then they go to stop, and it seems like Sky disappearing. That's what I'm thinking. Like, is Sky alive, or is he used to be alive, or figment of the of David's imagination? So David, finally gets his school recognition. It's Siren, is his friend. They go in a class with him, right? And he's at this good school, in his gifted program, and he could possibly go into be in a gifted high school, whatever, right? Um, so they go to class, and Phyllis Rashad is the teacher. I forgot what her name is, Dr. Woods. I think she had two, hyphen double last names, but this one, Dr. Woods. So there was a project presentation, and Siren was the first one to go up to do his presentation, right? And the choir singing, he was talking about how his relatives had came, or I think his stepfather was, because they showed a little bit where Siren got out of the car, and then he kind of was like, didn't want to say nothing to his mom when he got out. And the father, which I first thought was biological father, he kind of did this. But I first thought he wanted Siren to kiss him on the cheeks, but he was just telling him like, gives respect to his mom. And he said bye to his mom, and the dad, or Ray, we find out later on, was like that much better. So when they go into class, and like I said, going back fast forward to the project, whatever, and he was talking about singing a song, and he was telling everybody, so I was like, he started singing a song, and they were talking about, I think, sharecroppers and slavery to sharecrop or something, but it was an interesting project. And weirdly enough, because Siren he sings a little bit. He was like, "Come on, everybody in class." He wants everybody to join and interact in with the project because he's going to he's having the audience, his classmates, and Dr. Woods engage, with him with what he's doing this project. So David goes up to Siren, right, and whispers in, "Oh, so has Ray been teaching?" Because like I said, I forgot the name what Ray was. And I didn't get it, even though I rewinded, even though I know, and then the closed caption ain't helping nobody sometimes neither, because Ray got to do bit. I don't know what the heck it said. Okay, sometimes closed caption is not helpful for nobody because I'm looking at the screen with the closed caption and still it said Ray something top out something was exactly what it said. Okay, just messed up the whole whatever the actor who was playing David said. Okay, well, all I know is something about teaching something at night. Ray did something at night. I know that's teaching something at night. So I really kind of just look, pause, and pow! And then they, discriminate on, and Dr. was like, y'all gotta go to principal. Y'all gotta stop principal office, y'all go. And, David's sitting there with an ice pack like this on the side, the siren column at right. So he's like this at the moment. And Siren, so the principal's like this. Either y'all tell me what's going on, or Siren, since you want to hit, you'll have outside, basically he'll have outside a suspension, which means, outside means he got to do his work at home. He wouldn't be home those days. In school suspension, she was saying she was threatened with David. But still, even with these suspensions, even though Siren did the first blow, this will still be on this record. This and possibly the schools that they want to go into that are for gifted prestige and can help them get on and move on in their careers and out of what this bubble and be missed out so many opportunities. There could be a stigma on their records. So, Here's what David said, and that's why I'm like, I know I heard this one a couple times, and I don't remember this in the closed caption. Okay, David says I called him a ninja. Okay, he's a wannabe ninja. That's what I said. I'm not trying to make it funny, but this is exactly how young man was talking. It's what I said. I said he's one beating there. I know I'm black, but he ain't completely black. And the person was like, wait a minute, he know he black too. When did you say that was a derogatory statement, whatever? But like I said, I could have sworn I heard earlier, which we found out later on the last scene, I was right. You know. He said that. And and the principal's asking, well, I'm gonna have to talk to she told Siren, the principal told Siren to go out, sit out in front of the office, don't talk to nobody. And so she's talking to him and David, and she's asking, I'm gonna have to call your mom. And he says something along the lines, well, my mom ain't got no phone, nothing like that. She's like, not in the cell? Well, no, ever since the lights got come back on. Principal like, lights? He like, yeah, ever since the lights got come back on. But we ain't got no light, whatever. And then she asked him, like, do you eat? Do you eat? And then kind of zoomed in on Siren, and they both sit outside, but in two seats with each other. And here's another like dream, like fantasy sequence. And David, I noticed also too, was like, I don't know if also something is affect his nerves wise, or because he was being hit the times, but it seemed like, his arms and stuff were tripping. Like I said, there's some things that's going on with him, but there's also other things going on with Siren as well. Siren as well. And it seemed like they're talking like they were talking in a notebook, but they weren't. Or this is what they would tell each other were able to speak. So they're between each other, and he was like, I'm sorry I hit you, I'm sorry I made you hit me, blah, 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 blah. He's like, Dave apologized, I know, I'm sorry I hit you back before, blah, 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 this is messed up, blah, 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 and blah, 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 but forgive each other, I'm sad. But it was like they weren't talking to each other. They were like two steps behind. And you're just seeing this animation of like they're talking and scribbling notebooks, and so I was like, why did you say that? And he's like, IDK, I don't know. That's what all the David said. That's the best I could do, because it's like some animation. They're still talking like you see them in real life, but you see all this animation and stuff. Because like I said, there's a lot of stuff in dream sequence. And there's a lot of things I can't describe, because I'm not, really, I'm not a fans person and nothing. I enjoy films and stuff like this. But it's one of those stories. I tell people to watch the shows, that I review. But this show, you really gotta watch it in order to understand it personally. Because even if the best I can describe it, y'all, you have to see in order to understand experience. When you interpret it your way, y'all interpret it, okay? But so Siren probably was crying because he was, about to get in trouble and stuff. So we got, David's on his way home. And again, Scott meets and talks up with him again. And before he got off the bus, some racist ass bitch gonna sit there and talk about, you get your black ass for. He even waved at the bitch. She was some woman background, but, So when he's going past where it's, basically the borderline, and you have this concrete, concrete, I like to say a concrete line, just, the border thing. And, this guy, Pierce, again starts talking to him, basically like, asking some questions about reciting something. And he was like, you didn't get a chance to do your project, didn't you? And blah, blah, blah. And then earlier, right before he ran into Sky, he seen a cat at a door trying to, get in or hopefully get in or something like that, just a cat there. And one thing Sky said was interesting, was like, see, that's why you need to be careful. You being distracted stuff. See, I tell you, let's get you in trouble. Well, because I'm talking about cat. Let's say we get you in trouble all the time. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, not because it was an interesting statement to see, but it's because I'll explain a little bit. So like I said, he decided to go away from Sky. He was like, I gotta go, blah, blah, blah. So he was talking a little bit like, you need to make sure, get your stuff together, that type of talk. He always seems like he gives some advice, whether, may not seem like the best advice, whatever. And because he even said a comment like, the reason why this concrete is not to protect us, is protect the projects, keep us away from the people in that little neighborhood over there. Okay. So he goes, in the yard where they say his apartments, whatever, right? And these dudes were early up there, up in the morning, down the block, whatever, drinking lean and all that stuff, whatever. But now his little brother, because he warned his brother earlier, don't get into a fight. Okay, this little boy, but David's brother up there getting down with some other little, throwing hands over the you check you back and they talking every damn thing. They still probably all got both their baby teeth in and shit. And then all of a sudden, um, David has to break up the fight. It turns out, I guess the little boy snitched or whatever about being a lookout. Like I said, they out and go, they D boys and stuff, whatever, right? So this guy, I think his name's Raymond, or I'm just gonna call him Ray, whatever, right? And he basically break a fight. One of his boys, whatever, too, is all trying to get him because when they try to break up the fight, whatever, he didn't want to seem to get agitated and wants to confront David, whatever, because David is like, my brothers, they about to like, we ain't about to do that, whatever. Because the other little boy saying like, wait a minute, I don't want to lose that job. I found out through David's little brother's name that I don't remember. I'm gonna say that by myself and blah blah blah. He was like, you a lie, blah blah blah. And David's, Ray asked him, can they he be the lookout boy or not? David's like, I'll do it. But the other guy, like I said, is talking man. And David like this, what? So what? They ain't like this. They're near, okay? Like both of them, I hope had Tic Tacs, okay? That's it was. Or, they about to bump their heads like some of them bulls or something be doing just that close. But Ray's like, they all right. He cool. Whatever. So he gonna watch the block out just for the night, whatever, temporary till they get somebody else. Mm. So he goes home. His mom's way coming in between shifts of work. I guess she works at a diner, at a truck stop, whatever. And she gets a letter because the principal gives a letter, which I forgot to mention. Philip Rashad's character, Dr. Wood slash, was talking to him, and I guess she really admires because she's trying to explain because the principal's like, basically that was uncalled for what David said, okay, and Dr. Wood's trying to explain, but when he's in his other classes, everybody looks like him, okay, permanent tan, okay. But he gets in that class, he's only one. But the principal's like, wait a minute, Siren's one too. But he's like, yeah, but I guess explaining, like, okay, we can go to the cover and stuff. But he's like, Siren's still, I guess, saying, like, because he's biracial, you know, um, he's still trying to learn his way. Like, basically, he's a good kid, but he's just going through some stuff. But the principal decides he's going to see a counselor. She gives David a form to give his mom to sign so he can start seeing some counseling. And because the doctor Ruth, obviously she is fond of him as of David, but when the principal's like his mom gonna have to sign because you ain't his mom, so you can't be doing that stuff because it was Shaw's character, so like, oh gosh, I wish I could have signed it myself. And so what happened was, like I said, he's talked to his mom and he has a form to send to give her, and he does admit that something happened at the school and stuff, but again, it's not exactly explained to everything how it happened. And he's saying they want him to see some counseling or something like that. And the mom always explained like, okay, things are getting better, bitch, I'll get enough money and we can move out here because she came and braced to bring some food because she tried to get extra shifts so they can get the hell out of there. And he's like, she's like, this place is toxic. She was like, she was like, I can't afford, because she said that was a summer ago. I guess there was some problems, whatever she said, but she said, I'm clean, stuff is better now or something like that. So I don't know, or maybe they go more detail about that, what that was. And so she's like, we don't want to deal like the social service of people coming to get y'all or nothing like that, whatever. We just want to be drama free. And so she's on her way. She takes the paper, but she doesn't sign and give it back to David. And so she's on her way, like I said, to go to work, whatever. And that's it. But again, well, I mean, he's old enough to stay by himself anyway, because I think first through 13 and up legal wise, kids able to stay by themselves anyway, even if somebody younger, you know what I mean? But she tells him to take some money, Miss Elijah. And he don't want to take no money, Miss Elijah, whatever, right? And she's like, do what I say, boy, So he goes, takes some money, Mrs. Elijah. And Mrs. Elijah is playing something like some Billie Holiday, something like that, right? And Mrs. Elijah, David's even like, "Hi, my mom gave me money." He's standing in her doorway, I guess, to her room, whatever, or we're there. Whatever. She was like, "Uh, that's kind of rude to be standing in the doorway. What's wrong, whatever." And but he's giving the money, and she's like this. She don't want him to give the money for the babysitting. She That's cool. But my mom said to give some, and she like, whatever. She was like, what is wrong with you? But you need to take care of yourself. But she said something. I know she said some other stuff. But one of the main things she pointed out is she knows that he gonna be the lookout for the night. Okay, she knows that too. And she says to him, take this money and go and play my numbers. You didn't pay that 4 digit and a straight box last time. I mean, she didn't say all that, but you didn't put the triple nines with a one and then play straight box last time. You had to come back, whatever. So he supposed to be on his way, and I think he sees Skies one more time again trying to talk to him. And he was like, because a couple times he kept saying, I can't speak with you or see you no darn way, right? So let's fast forward, because like I said, I can't go through everything. Like I said, the sequence is beautiful, but like I said, you have to see for yourself. So they're at nighttime, and he, like his lookout boy. Ray comes up to talk to him for a second and sits right back down to him. And he tries to give him, like, a hot dog or something. He's like, I ain't hungry, whatever. And then he puts it down. And Ray explains to him, like, you know what, I try my best. I'm still trying to reach my way to hopefully get close to you, whatever. He said, I was his only son, so they say only child. I mean, I wish I had a brother like you, at least whatever. Who knows, whatever. But he said he's going to keep trying to reach out. And then the cat takes the food and takes the food, and Ray was intrigued by that. Like, dang, he really just took all some food. And that's when, again, David says that comment, like, food can sometimes get you in trouble. And so, the pussycat, okay. I mean, double mean, but you know what I mean. So, actually, again, that's what I'm thinking, like, okay, is Ray, and Sky have a connection? Like, is Sky, the daddy or something like that? I don't know what's going on. But he said, because he still want to keep reaching out. And I'm thinking, like, why does we keep rush out? Are they related? Are they first cousins or something that we don't know yet? There's a deeper meaning that we won't know to the end of the season or something. So he was like, "Well, keep reaching out." And then David is like in a sequence. He's like imagining like barefoot, like somebody's running through the field and stuff, and kind of start having imagination and stuff like that, and going to certain times. And then almost the popos came. They're like, "Who's the lookout?" And that's when David catch on and kind of snaps out of it and like, "Hey, popos!" But I don't think nobody got caught. But then a couple people were asking, like, I heard, in the background, like, "Well, who looking out?" Blah blah blah. And you see Ray looking at the corner, kind of looking at David, like, "Dang, you messed up that quick." But like I said, David was like in an imaginary sweet sequence and kind of like tuning out reality. So you know, so later on, we see a scene where Sky is at David's window, and he's talking to him again, like, he wants him. Do you remember I told you to read something? And do you remember the statement? And it was something like, for the ones we love, some of the ones we love, are dead that watch over, something like that. And again, he was trying. Also, Sky was trying to get him to admit, what did you really say to Siren? And he kind of really didn't want to say. And he said the first fight or something like that. But like it's certain stuff he was like, hey, but you gotta look out. Stuff, life is hard sometimes. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. But like I said, he was talking for a minute. But it's like Sky always appears, and it seems like at times he disappears, which is like, okay, most of us by now, because like I said, half of the show's almost over with, that we realize that he is there but not there. You know what I mean? And so, by the way, I forgot to mention, when the mom and him were talking before she went to shift, she said something like, "You were talking about last year about Sky was watching over," and here David was like, "Yeah, he was watching them." So he has some connection to a lot of people, I guess. So later on, we see the next day at school, I guess, whatever. He's doing the same routine, getting his little brother to school. I didn't show, he must might have went to bed again, but again, he's washing the sheets. But his mom doesn't know about, I guess, that that David's little brother, her second son, is still having bedwetting problems. So he getting ready to get his brother for school. Bro was ready for school the next day, and then he, is, getting ready for school. He goes to the principal's office, and the principal did end up meeting with, calling his mom calling to his mom today. She was like, I did speak to your mom today, supposedly, right? And she said it's a thing of integrity that you said that that she didn't have a phone or nothing like that or whatever. And but he ends up basically where she is going to be able to start going to counselor. He's going to counselor and stuff. Anyway, so it all kind of just worked out. And so he's on the way to the bathroom and he sees Siren. He looks under, but he opens up the window. Now, what if Siren was having a BM? Nobody would see that. He was like, and then, but we see Siren's shirt is slipped up. You see this big ass bruise on the side on him. So somebody's beating. I'm like, what the hell? Who did that to that poor boy? And I knew not how to say it was Ray, unless the mom be in the rage and stuff, because there's some women who abuse too. And Ray was like, "Do you want something?" No. So it goes later on that day when David is from school. He's sitting down, I think, on the AC generator outside, something sitting on something, and he's just sitting there, and it's just been raining and stop raining, and he obviously been crying too. And Sky appears back again, like he basically tell him, I think even before, like you got to make a decision and stuff, whatever, woo, woo, right, about what you're gonna do, like look out for you or another person. Like I said, he sometimes give him advice that seem like look out for self or seem hurtful or selfish, and go there. And that's where David kept saying, I can't see you no damn way. I'm not supposed, because he kept saying I'm not supposed to see you, be near you. And then he explains, like, ain't you supposed to be dead anyway? I'm tired. I keep seeing stuff. And then that's when it's showing flashbacks that a lot of times, a couple times flashbacks, it's showing right there at a different angle. That basically David is talking to someone who's no longer here. He said, like, you're supposed to be dead anyway. And he finally admitted, like, to Sky about what he said and why he said it to his friend. He was jealous of what the attention of Siren was getting. Even though they were cool before, it's like there's obviously some embedded issues in David that he decided, because this is information that he told back to Siren, is what Siren could find in Ray, because obviously they trust or must be good friends, I guess. And David feels guilty because he didn't protect this boy. And Scott's like, what are you worried about it for? Blah, blah, blah. And here go David was like, I didn't protect my friend. I have a problem with the fact my friend gets touched at night by Ray and is getting his ass beat in the morning. And then they show a close up. That's just focus on, oh, Ray must have taught you something last night. So at the minute, David purposely provoked Siren to hurt him because somehow Siren getting his attention offended him, and he decided to hurt him. Which is some issues, is because why would David want to hurt one of the few people who seems to be that he's close with? And that's what I'm saying. This issues is how close was to Sky that he is traumatized to a point that he wants to hurt any personal relationship or bond that could be possibly be given to from anybody else. Like he's willing to take a knife and stab a person who hugged him and gave him a cookie and a flower and stab him in the back, and sabotage. So that is an issue too. And now he realizing that he felt that because of him saying that statement, on top of that, his friend got beat up and attacked by an asshole because of that. And that's where it kind of ends. I know it was another part, like I said, was another dream. Like I said, some of the stuff, like I said, I can't really subscribe. But then that's kind of like how it goes. Do you see, like, from example, because I know Scott would say something, well, Ray will be all right, blah, 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 and whatever, and he'll be okay. But I know we see from the distance when he was preparing for school, the one who David almost got into with, or who got into him, he just up here doing push-ups on, stairway, and that stuff, but it kind of ends the credits there. But it was just, wow. I mean, I already knew it was going to be a hard series to review, but hey, but like I said, this is going to be an interesting show to watch and continue to watch, and I'm planning on to stick with this to the end, even though this is a lot to take in, like I said, But anyway, hugs and loves, everybody, And I definitely will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And, whatever, and if y'all going to work and school in the morning, well, early, well, it's already almost 2:30 out here. But, a little bit later on in the morning and stuff. But y'all have a great weekend. And I'll see y'all definitely next week. Take care, y'all.